Hello, everyone. Hi, hello there. This is Judith. We are live today. Trying to find my angle. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be with you, and whether you see this live or on the replay. And what I'm trying to do on the live is a little bit like looking into the current energies for the collective, for the Twin Flame Collective, and dive into some topics, and also maybe even do some healing around it, right? So we see how it goes. It really depends on what is coming up. So yeah, and I already pulled two cards. For now, I always pull two cards, and I show you the cards, and we're like talking a little bit about those cards, and then we go deeper with it, right? So first card that came out is this one. It says, "My relationships will change when my vibration changes." Yeah, on this channel, it's all about the vibration and going to a higher vibration, right? Yeah, and I find it very, very interesting that we have three people on this card. So to me, when we are like looking at the twin flame journey, then this is talking about triangle, right? It's talking about third parties, third party interference, right? And karmic relationships. So yeah, and this also means that you attract those circumstances, those karmic relationships, right? They are not there by accident, but you attract them. They are there to teach you something. Yeah, and this can happen in various forms. So my experience is that when your twin flame is with a karmic partner, then most likely you are with a karmic partner as well. Maybe not in a love relationship, but maybe in a work relationship, or someone in the family, or someone in your friend circle, or yeah, it can be really anything, but a person that is mirroring your deepest issues. It could show up in so many ways. It could even show up in an illness. Yeah, anything. It really depends what your issues are, and how then the universe is like choosing to mirror them to you. And those people that are like, a pain in the ass, like really giving us a hard time, they are karmic partners. Yeah, not in a love relationship, in a different sense. And for our twin flame, this might be in a romantic way. Yeah. So just to get this into perspective a little bit. It's never only our twin flame, and it's their issues. It's nothing to do with us. No. This is why when you heal, when you work on your issues and you heal them, you clear a lot of blocks. This is why your twin flame is like healing alongside with you. Yeah, it is sufficient for one to do the work, and the other one will like follow through. Will then also find certain techniques along the way, or basically what the other one is also going to find is the connection to the divine, right? Connection to the higher self. Because you only ever work on your connection to the higher self, right? And that is where all of you, the outer things are showing up. So when there are even 4 people, you see that? there is another face here. I didn't see that face at first. Yeah, so it's not a triangle, but it's basically what I said. If your twin has a karmic partner, you have a karmic partner too, right? So it's not really a triangle. That's interesting. I like that. Didn't see that. It's funny how we see what we want to see. That's also something, right? So yeah, the karmic, and what I always recommend is don't think about the karmic. It's not even your problem. The karmic, your twin flames karmic partner is none of your business, really. You do not even have to waste 1 second. So it has nothing to do with the regular relationship dynamic. Yeah. It's there for a reason, and if it is only to keep your twin flame away for you to do the inner work. Yeah, that could also be a reason, yeah, from your point of view, because you need this kind of emptiness, yeah, where nothing that you do is like having any effect on the outside. You cannot control it, cannot do anything to achieve union, right? Nothing is working, and that's by design, because you need to learn that you need to look on the inside, and that you need to develop a relationship with the divine, and this relationship is then mirrored on the outside, and that's how you receive union. You can maybe receive all kinds of things by doing things, by going for them, controlling them, but not union. Yeah. So, and this is then maybe also the purpose of this partner. If there is a partner in the life of your twin, that's maybe the purpose of this partner, to keep your twin flame away, for you to do the inner work. And it really depends, but could be abandonment issues, right? So what is always the interesting thing is how you're feeling. And we can have a look. I bring always for the lives, I bring my tools, my charts, my pendulum. So if I have my head down, it is because I'm working down here with my pendulum. Just that's how I get those precise, very precise answers. Quick and precise, that's what we want, right? I go there directly without losing any time when I would have a session with you guys who have sessions with me, you know that. So yeah, what was the question? What do you feel like? What do you feel like when your twin flame is abandoning you, not showing up? What do you feel? What do you feel? What is the feeling? Humiliation. Very common, I just want to write it down. Maybe we need to go back later. Yeah, very common feeling for us on the journey, right? Humiliation. And we have to do that. And when we have something like that, a feeling like humiliation, it's always multifaceted, right? We might have, like, most likely its roots in childhood, but can always be like being humiliated yourself, or perceiving or having observed someone else being humiliated in the family, maybe your mother at early childhood. I'm getting, yeah. So you might have been humiliated, so with what we what we think education is, or not only what we think education is. So that's for everyone. It's different for everyone. Some parents might have been very loving but strict, and other parents might have had like narcissistic traits, and that's always very difficult because those people, they love to put others down, right? It's just when you would ask them and you would tell them, well, I don't think that this is very nice, they would say, oh, I didn't do anything, that's nothing, what do you have, you're really exaggerating, when really it's hurting the child a lot, right? Because we learn as a child that we cannot be our true self. That's what the whole twin flame journey is about. It brings you back to being who you truly are. So, yeah, humiliation is a big deal, and of course, we recreate then, or this wound that we have, this feeling of humiliation. It creates or recreates all kinds of circumstances where we feel this humiliation over and over again. Yeah. So you might have experienced humiliation all over the place, maybe with love relationships, maybe at your job. And it might have become normal to the extent, and you might have suppressed that feeling to the extent that you didn't even realize or recognize that it was there. No, I never feel humiliated. I don't know what you were talking about, Judith. Yeah, but sometimes it takes a while for us to discover those deeper wounds, and that's okay, because we needed to put them away in order to focus on other things in our life that were more beneficial. That's perfect, right? But now it was not wrong, right? It was basically a very good mechanism to not focus on the wound, but on what we desire for ourselves. That's perfect. The only thing is now that we are like going towards twin flame union, those things all come up to be healed. Yeah, that's the point, right? So in order to really live the life that we came here to live, really, in order to be who we truly are, we need to look at that, right? In order to just live a kind of life, whatever life, we don't need to look at that. But in order to live our best life, we have to look at it, because it's coming up in a painful way. It will force you, and you know that, to have a look, right? Yeah, it's not always easy. So yeah, and what I'm also getting from this third party card, of course, is jealousy. Might be one of the emotions that is on the forefront. Usually, I think jealousy is not what's coming up right away. It's very often covered. We say, no, I'm not jealous. But really deep down we are, and that's something that we need to heal as well. So it comes from various angles, right? So when we look at third-party situations, then it has to do a lot with being chosen. We want to be chosen, want to be the chosen ones, right? And so we have not been chosen very often, not very often. In most cases, we have not been chosen by one or both of our parents, right? What does that mean? So this basically means that our love was not received. Yeah. So this might have been a parent with narcissistic traits who was just not able to show us love and to to welcome us for who we are and to interact with us, right? To communicate, to really be there as a person. And so we knew, because that's who we are. We know that we deserve like communication and love and all the good stuff. We know that this is there for us, and it's irritating even for a child when we expect it and we don't receive it. And then we learn to put up with this. Okay, there's nothing is coming back. Nothing is coming back. And this is who we become then. Someone who is there and nothing is coming back. So that's what a lot of us are experiencing along the twin flame journey, that we expect something that is there. We know it's there, the love, and we want to see it mirrored on the outside, but we don't have it on the inside. Yeah. So it's and then we perceive, we see, we observe other people who have that. And that's basically where the feeling of jealousy comes from. We see other people who have that, and we don't know how they have it, and we don't. Yeah, because they have something else on the inside. They have other issues, right? There's no one here around who has no issues. They have other issues, but we are just, that's where jealousy comes from, right? We see maybe our twin flame choose someone else. So whereas we want to be the chosen one, but we don't choose ourselves because we have not learned to do that, you know? Basically, I want to say something that is very important here. You can learn that just by observation, right? When you are a child, everything goes great. You are chosen, then you automatically learn that. You automatically have that on the inside. You will automatically make healthy choices. You will have wonderful relationships because that's just built inside of you, right? The thing is, when you have to learn it maybe a little bit the hard way, like on the twin flame journey, when you have to like ascend and awaken and really do the inner work, then this is something that nobody can ever take away from you. And that's the good thing, right? Someone who just does it in a natural way, when this person loses this for some reason, for whatever reason, life happens, right? Shit hits the fan in some way, and then things are crumbling down, and all of a sudden their life turns upside down. They will be in the very same situation to just start finding their way, to learn how to do it on purpose, how to create on purpose, how to be in a good place and attract on purpose. Yeah. So there's no need for jealousy whatsoever, because we're all in this. We are all in this together, and no one compares to another. There's we cannot compare, right? So it's only you, who you truly are. And you can the only thing that matters is, are you like connecting to who you truly are, or are you like separating from who you truly are? Let's have a look at the second card that came out. Of course, we're like maybe going back later to that first card. The second card is this one. I can focus on what I do want in a relationship. Now we see her, there is a part of her brain activated with a heart. Yeah, so she's activating this, and she is seeing this on the outside happening as well, with this hand here handing her over the heart, right? It's just cause and effect a little bit, right? And you cannot influence what other people are doing, but you can influence what you are expecting, what you are feeling, what you are thinking, right? just made a video where I quoted Buddha. The video premieres tonight or this evening, later in the afternoon. How did that quote go? Well, let me see, I have it here somewhere. Telling you, what you think you become, what you feel you attract, what you imagine you create. I think that is so beautiful, right? So yeah, and the basic question really that comes to mind here is, what do you desire at the core? What do you desire at the core? And we can also like check out, what does your twin flame desire at the core? And I want to ask with my chart pendulum, what is it that the collective desires at the core, right? Let me see, what is the core desire? What does the twin flame desire at the core? The collective, you. And there is a desire for worthiness. So, and that's also a big one. I hear this from various twin flames. Also for the twin flames who've made their way all the way into twin flame union, right? But they say that the thing of feeling worthy, of knowing your own worth, of knowing that you are worthy to have all of that, that's basically a big breakthrough. It's a big thing that needed to be healed, or that needs to be healed for a lot of twin flames. Now she knows definitely that she is worthy of having this love relationship, right? We're still talking about relationships now with the first card as well, right? My relationships. So it's and here is also said, I can focus on what I do want in a relationship. Now there are many cards in this deck, but Spirit gave us 2 cards where they really focus on relationships. So that's already a lot, right? And the thing to understand is really that the relationship that is mirrored to us in all of our relationships is our relationship with the divine. Now, how can this be? It basically, how it plays out is that there are various aspects within ourselves, and for the other people, it's the same, right? And we awaken certain aspects within other people when they interact with us. So this is the reason why the same person can be friendly with one person and really ugly with another one. There is just another aspect activated. Yeah. And so when we focus, now, first of all, no, there are so many aspects when it comes to this worthiness. First of all, now our relationship with the divine. Are we feeling worthy of receiving from the divine? Are we worthy of connecting with the divine? Or do we have a lot of distorted belief systems in our mind what the divine really is, right? The divine is nothing special. It's flowing through all and everything. It's everyone is part of the divine, right? We cannot separate us. We can pinch ourselves off a little bit, but basically we are part of that flow. So yeah, and so there are a lot of things. For example, like God is someone who is punishing us. It's of course really weird, where God is pure love, right? Is pure love, is always saying yes. Yeah, God is always saying yes, and you choose. So basically, you could choose another thought. She's choosing a very loving thought here. She could choose a hateful thought. We are free to do that, basically. But what we are learning along the journey is to focus on love. It's a choice, and it's a choice that we make more than once. That's also something that we have to keep in mind along the journey. It's a choice, and we make this choice every day, every minute. Yeah, I'm talking in the new video tonight. I'm talking about the now moment. So we are basically renewing this in every moment. Yeah, we're choosing to be this in this love. And by love, I don't mean to put up with any BS that is put in our way, but I just mean that we choose how we are going about certain things that are presenting themselves. That everything that is coming our way is basically a kind of information that is letting us know how our relationship with the divine is going. Yeah, and then we can work on it. Of course, there are all kinds of things that are coming our way and showing us very clearly. Yeah, and best attitude is always to be grateful for that. Of course, that's not always easy, right? I know I'm talking a lot of theory, but I've also done it. Like, I've also practiced the things that I'm saying, and I know that it's sometimes it's not easy. It's not like very evident. It's not very obvious what to do and how to achieve that, and how to change our mind. But basically, it's like going from one thought to the other. It's one step from one step to the other. So first of all, when you experience something unwanted, the first thing is always to go general, right? And to say, for example, there is someone that gives you a hard time, making you feel unworthy, maybe, yeah, humiliates you. We had this a few minutes ago, yeah, humiliates you. First thing you could say to yourself is, I have experienced other things in my life. Yeah. It is as it is. I see what it is, but it does not need to be like that. You can also say that what you love. You can also say, I love healthy relationships. Or you could choose the word, I value healthy relationships. Yeah. I like knowing that I create my own reality and that I can choose where to focus, where to put my focus. So I clearly value healthy relationships, loving relationships. I highly prefer high-flying people. I prefer being alone than before being with people that are toxic. When I'm alone, I can feel that I'm worthy, because then I can clearly feel my connection with the divine. And I know I'm a divine being. And I know that healthy relationships are there for me. It's good that I made this experience now, because now I clearly know what I don't want. And at the same time, I have created an experience that is waiting for me. And I'm curious when those people show up. that are showing me my worthiness, and that are giving me this joyous time of togetherness, and then when it's there, then value it, right? Even if it's with a stranger. Say, wow, that was a nice little interaction. Or you get a smile from someone who's just picking up on your vibration and thinks, ooh, something in the air, something, that's a nice person. And then value that and say, okay, wonderful. That was a good interaction. I got this mirrored back to me that I am someone who is in a high vibration, high flying, right? Yeah, so it's taking small steps, and I'm talking about this over and over again because I know from my own experience that it's not it's helpful to just have some guidance here and there about how to go from unwanted thoughts, from negative thoughts, from stinking thinking to positive thoughts, high flying thoughts, high vibration, right? And same, of course, with your twin flame. Yeah, so this would be like the question also. We didn't do that. What do you worthiness. So you what do you desire at the core? Yeah, worthiness. Let me see, what is your twin flame desiring at the core? Is this it's the same? Worthiness. So I think, because I'm asking this for the collective now, for the collective on this channel, I think that this is something that is really core value that a lot of twin flames need to work on, where there's a lot of luggage, right? Things to be released. Let's see what Spirit is suggesting. Where should we go now? Maybe to do some healing around this. Yeah. It's coming up. What's coming up, what Spirit's pointing out, is low self-esteem. And that's on the ancestral, on the cellular level DNA for the clan and ancestors. So that's something that has been working its way through generations, and that you still carry, and you don't need to carry that, right? You're like that's a habit, basically. It's a habit, but it's like deeply embedded, deeply ingrained in your cells and in your auric field, and it's sometimes not very easy to detach from that. So let me see, we go with guidance here. We do some healing around that. We ask Archangel Michael, Lords of Karma, to please clear the specific flavor of low self-esteem for the collective on this channel in highest good. Yeah, just ask for this to be done, and your soul then allows it or doesn't. That's how it goes, right? Nothing is forced on anyone. Release that pattern for the clan and ancestors, past, present, and future. And we also ask to clear any soul contracts between you and family members. Archangel Michael, please do this. Archangel Michael, please also clear outdated soul contracts between the collective and family members, clan, ancestors, past, present, and future. And we also ask to free up for, that's not ancestry, but the family family members that you experienced life, whether it's parents, grandparents, siblings, aunts. We ask for any soul fragments on all sides that do not belong to be freed up, cleared, cleansed, upgraded, and transformed. And for those soul fragments to be gently retrieved so that you have your soul fragments with you right on your end, and you don't hold any other soul fragments that belong to your parents or grandparents. Let's ask for this exchange to happen in highest good. In case the soul fragments cannot be retrieved, we ask high beings to take care of them. Meantime, and we ask to connect you to the divine. We ask to clear your galactic cord, your grounding cord. We ask to open up all your energy channels, Shushuna, Ida, Pingala, Nadis, and all the meridians, and to really fill you up with divine grace. And that's I think all I want to do today. But check in with the divine if there is something more. There's a high being coming in. We see who that is. Lady Nada, who's working a lot with twin flames. Lady Nada has a message. And that's basically wonderful because it's like confirmation for the healing that we just did. Let me see. Yeah, she's like encouraging you to be in a place of self-control, or she's letting you know that you are now more in a place of self-control. So that has a lot to do with self-esteem, because it's about learning to be in your power. Yeah, that's very important. What am I thinking? What am I feeling? Some feelings are so big, we think we have no choice. And maybe that's true for this very moment, but still we can decide to try to move it to a better place, just for the sake, for ourselves to be in a better vibration, right? And this will affect everything around you, and also your twin flame, of course. Yeah, we'll put them in a better place as well. Guess what? If you are like have a lot of stability and you are in your power and you do not get easily triggered, then that's a whole new experience for them as well. Yeah, basically it's allowing yourself to be who you are, and that's also allowing them to be who they are, and allowing them for them to make their own choices, to go through their own healing. And it's it's sometimes a lot, right? Because we are human, and we want them to be with us, and we want them to turn toward us. But first we have to turn toward ourselves, right? We have to find this within ourselves, and between us and the divine. That's I cannot emphasize this enough. But I'll leave you with all of this for now, and I see you maybe tonight in the live or in another live stream. That would be great. And yeah, have a beautiful day, everyone. Bye for now. Bye.